an energized workforce and an eager core of community volunteers. This is really the only place right now where we can give you some real data because we have a year under our belts working on this. The rest of the report that is before you and that we're talking about today essentially baselines and benchmarks where we're starting from and where we hope to go. But this segment can give you a little bit in terms of what we actually did do in our first year. So early results from the class of 2008, 1,793 students graduated from high school. 757 of them received a Pittsburgh Promise scholarship. Now about 1,300 of them went on to college, but those who were eligible for a Promise scholarship who met our criteria were 757. Of those 757, 61% were females, 39% were males, 58% Caucasian, 38% African American, and about 4% Asian Pacific, Hispanic, and multiracial. And here's the number that we're most excited about. 92% of them started in the fall and went back in the spring. Now that's all the data we have so far because we only have 1 year behind us. But that is a remarkably high retention rate from semester 1 to semester 2. Now, 74% of them performed at 2.0 GPA or higher, meaning 26% were below the 2.0 GPA that we require. That's after one semester. So they might have, they surely will have eventually brought those grades up. But here, the thing that excites me is, we can work on their grades if we can keep them in school. Retaining them is the first priority, and then working on the grades happens simultaneously with that as we retain them. So we also spent $2.5 million in year 1 in terms of scholarships to students. Is Jemiah Guillory here by any chance? Jemiah, did you make it? All right, I'm going to tell you about Jemiah. I had the great privilege 2 weeks ago to speak at 6 of our high school graduations from Pittsburgh Public Schools, and I would have spoken at all 10 had 4 of them not happened concurrently. And I simply just could not have. But I did have the great privilege of speaking at 6, and one of them was Oliver High School's graduation. Now, I happen to live next door to Oliver High School. Backstage, before the commencement, this young man, Jemiah, came up to me, and I had never met him before. He said, "Mr. Ghubril, you sent me a letter 3 months ago telling me that I was ineligible to receive a scholarship as a part of the graduating class of 2009 because when my GPA was calculated, when you sent the letter 3 months ago, it was a 2.01. And then he said to me the following. He said, when you came to my school in the fall and you did that assembly? I said, yeah. He said, well, I'm going to quote you right now. He said, you said to us during that assembly in the fall, you said that you were changing the GPA requirement from 2.0 to 2.25 for the class of 2009, and that it was still mathematically possible. That's what I said, and he quoted me. He said, you said that if you are at 1.7 or higher, it's mathematically possible for you to get your cumulative GPA to 2.25 by the end of the year. I said, yeah, I remember saying that. And he said, well, my GPA at the beginning of my senior year was 1.7. Hearing you tell me that it was mathematically possible for me to get my grades up was very motivating to me. And he said, during the 4 reporting periods of the 2008-2009 school year, each of the reporting periods, my grade point average was 3.9 or higher. So Jemiah, that's remarkable. So if you get me your end of the year report card and you show me that you're at 2.25 or higher, then I will rescind the letter that I sent you and send you a new one that says you're now eligible. Well, he stopped by my office 3 days ago. The day he received his report card, he brought it by, and he got it up from 1.7 to 2.28. And while I said to them that it's mathematically possible, which was the absolute truth, but the likelihood of getting a GPA that's cumulative from 1.7 to 2.25 is like slaying Goliath. But this brother, motivated by the opportunity to pursue higher education post-high school, took on Goliath. And he is enrolled at Penn State for this fall to major in petrol and gas engineering.